Several Kenyan supermarkets have struggled to survive. Kenya's Competition Tribunal has ordered French supermarket chain Carrefour to revise its agreement with suppliers in the next 30 days after finding the retailer guilty of abuse of buyer power. The tribunal's ruling back a similar pronouncement by the Competition Authority of Kenya, which in February 2020 found Carrefour Kenya in breach of fair competition practices by forcing its suppliers to issue rebates and pay listings fees to have their goods on its shelves between 2015 and 2018. The retailer had also been accused of transferring commercial risk to the supplier and unilateral delisting of suppliers. Majid Al Futam, which holds the Carrefour franchise in more than 30 countries across the Middle East, Africa, and Asia, appealed against the authorities' decision through the tribunal. Both rulings say the current supplier agreements give the retailer an unfair edge over its competitors through huge discounts to customers, but to the detriment of suppliers. Carrefour opens its first retail store in Kenya in 2016 and now operates 12 outlets across the cities of Nairobi and Mombasa. Its sales in East Africa's largest economy jumped 28% between 2018 and 2019 to 172 million US dollars. This growth came at a time when homegrown supermarket brands such as Uchumi and Nakumatt collapsed. There you have it, guys. That was the latest in Kenya right now. Thank you so much for watching, and don't go anywhere without clicking on the subscribe button right now to join the Business in Africa community. Don't also forget to click on the notification bell so that each time we upload a new video, you will be the first to know. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye. Fish products are one of Uganda's biggest exports. When greeting a visitor, the Baganda people of central Uganda will often ask, "Erade?" Literally, is the lake calm? It is an understandable choice of metaphor. The vast body of water that the Baganda know as Nalubale and English speakers call Lake Victoria can become treacherous in sudden storms. The processors in Uganda that export fish from the lake have also experienced turbulence ranging from market swings to climatic fluctuations and environmental pressure. At one time, there were over 20 fish factories operating in Uganda, mostly exporting Nile perch fillets, but that number had fallen to just 5 in 2017 after a dramatic decline in fish stocks. There has been a recovery since, spurred partly by the harsh enforcement of fishing regulations, and 12 processing companies are now in operation. But the industry continues to be buffeted by challenges, says Sujal Goswami, the general manager of Karmic Foods and chairman of the Uganda Fish Processors and Exporters Association. There has been a substantial decline in the resource that we need for the factories, he says. We are operating below 20% of our capacity. You see, this lake has not been properly taken care of for many years. Apart from the perennial problem of overfishing, the catch has also been affected by rising waters, which last year reached their highest level since records began more than a century ago. Usually, deep waters have disrupted fishing practices and may have also contributed to the mysterious die-off of Nile perch this year, an occasional phenomenon which Baganda fishermen call kaliro, believed to result from deoxygenation. Then there is COVID-19. The virus created logistical challenges and reduced demand in major export markets such as Spain and Italy, says Goswami. Overall, he says the situation for Uganda fish factories is the worst of all times. Exports by UFPEA members fell from $128 million in 2019 to $73 million in 2020, a 43% decline. And yet, fish exporters believe that with the right management, there is still plenty of potential in Uganda. Fish factories employ over 5,600 permanent workers. The entire fish value chain creates jobs for more than 1 million people, including fishermen, transporters, boat builders, and others. Fish products are Uganda's second largest export after coffee, discounting the re-export of smuggled Congolese gold. Local people have fished in Lake Victoria for centuries, but commercial fish factories only took off in 1991 when the government banned the export of unprocessed Nile perch. It also removed a state monopoly on fish processing and privatized the single government-run factory. Foreign firms, many of them Indian-owned, started to set up shops. The early years were not plain sailing. In the late 1990s, the EU thrice imposed bans on Ugandan's fish exports due to concerns about salmonella, cholera, and the use of poisons. This was a big lesson for us as a country to understand and appreciate the role of standards in meeting market access, says Paul Omanyi, Assistant Commissioner at the Directorate of Fisheries Resources in the Ministry of Agriculture. The fish factories and the government strengthened testing system with support from the EU. A Belgian company called Carrefour was invited to set up a standards laboratory in Kampala between 2000 and 2006. The value of fish exports rose sevenfold. But soaring sales created another problem: overfishing. The fish processors are not allowed to operate trawlers on the lake, so the entire catch comes from artisanal fishermen in small wooden boats. Fishermen generally sell to traders, who in turn sell to Nile perch to exporters, while also dealing in local and regional markets. By the mid-2000s, it was clear that this entire chain was stretched by dwindling stocks. Fishermen were catching immature fish using finely meshed nets. Goswami says that the processors introduced a self-policing mechanism in 2007 where factories refused to take fish below 20 inches in length. There you have it, guys. That was the latest news about fish farming in Uganda. Hope this added some value to the information that you're looking for. If it did, leave us a thumbs up and also make sure you share this video. Don't go anywhere without subscribing and also turn on notification so each time we upload a new video, you'll be the first to know. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.